The bounce house, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gamecocks will put total weather to crank us up. And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Knights offense takes the field to start this game off. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
That receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Knights! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got a better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will go to work for the first time today. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive stage, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry up.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the 1st down marker. Get in there and get it.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. They'll try to snap it quickly. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Really need positive yards on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Gets it out quickly. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. From the red zone, looking for a man. Grab behind the line. It's in. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the shotgun on third down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Gamecock! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline and get some up.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll pass it. Touchdown, UCF!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it back. And the returner will be knocked down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Snags it over the middle. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Now that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground and throw it. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Bringing it back, it's Richardson. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Knights in the hurry-up. They really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Unleashes one deep. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia Tech has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Lane Stadium. They're up by 7 over Syracuse. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. It's complete. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. He'll keep it himself. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Sellers. Got his man down to the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next tally. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to take off. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful back.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Richardson. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to... He's going to throw deep right side. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get reception.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll leave it with him. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Quick tempo here for the offense. Oh, he's looking to throw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll put the tight end in motion. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
3rd and goal from way back there. To the air, it's Sellers. He finds his man. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. A really short kick, but you've got to have that angle just right. And that is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that depth so you're still at 11.
Well, that's when the kicker would like to have that. That's a kick he should be making this.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Tackled immediately after the catch. The Knights moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, UCF! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Trucks through the defender. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break.
Okay,
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the left. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it...
And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own.
Not all DBs make the play in the end, right? They can back the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job on the DB, securing the football and forcing the turnover.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Holds it in on the left. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Knights! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35 to 10. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
To the air, it's Sellers. He's right on target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Gamecocks will hustle for the line. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker, it's Adams. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. This dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Quarterback by himself in the backfield.
29 Philly.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Holding it inside the 10. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there in Orlando. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys inside the bounce house.
Seven is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. You know, 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.